Hello everyone, my name is Jean Bassani, representing the Federal University of Paraná and Senai Innovation Institute for Electrochemistry in Brazil. Today I will present our study title Importing Cells or Assembly Packs, a carbon footprint analysis of lithium-ion battery transoceanic logistics from China to Brazil. Thank you for having me at the event. Let's start with the big picture. The global battery cell manufacturing is strongly concentrated on China, holding about 85% of the manufacturing capacity of the world. This means emerging markets like Brazil they depend entirely on imports to supply the growing electrical vehicle fleets. For the Brazilian automotive sector, this creates a major strategic decision: should we import fully assembled battery packs, or should we import loose cell and assemble the packs domestically? Both options involve moving Class 9 dangerous goods across the ocean, but they have a different physical and logistical profile. When we look at the life cycle assessment literature to help make the decision, we find the gap. Most studies focus heavily on the manufacturing stage. The logistics stage is often modeled using aggregated secondary datasets. However, the lithium batteries require the UN 3480 certified packaging, which must meet strictly mechanical performance requirements for maritime transport. And the specific materials and dimensions of these packages for the China-Brazil route are missing from the literature. Without primary data on this packaging, we cannot accurately quantify the climate impact of these supply chains. And to solve this, we went into the lab and collected primary data from real certification packaging at the Senai Institute here in Curitiba. And instead of estimating, we directly measure the structural components, the plywood, the edge of the protectors, and the steel locks used in both scenarios. For the loose cells, we characterized a wooden box holding 20 cells. For the assembly pack, we characterized much larger, more robust plywood box reinforced with 1.4 kilograms of steel logs. So the image is in the B image is for the cells, and the A image, the bigger box, is for the packaging. So with the physical data in hand, we establish our functional unit, delivering 1 gigawatt hour of LFP batteries from the port of Shanghai to the port of Paranaguá. To know exactly how much mass that represents, we ran a 3D container storage optimization simulation. We fitted the real dimensions, the boxes, into the standard 40-foot maritime container. Finally, we took these optimization loads and modeled a partial product carbon footprint following the ISO 40067 framework using the CIMA-Pro and the EcoInvent version 3.11. The results were clear. The importing loose cells is associated with almost 26 lower greenhouse gas footprints than importing assembly packs. We are looking at almost 1.9 million kilograms of CO2 equivalent for the cells versus almost 1.6 million for the packs. But the most interesting part is where the difference comes from. Look at the light blue bars in the chart. Most of the additional carbon footprint in the pack scenario doesn't come from the ship burning fuel. It comes from the production of the packaging. So it's the major result that we have now achieved with this quantifying. So Why is the packing the main driver of the emissions? Because of the effective cargo energy density. The packaging used for the assembly packs is dimensionally suboptimal. It is useful internal volumes is much greater than the pack itself. When we measure the total mass transported per kilowatt-hour of energy, the cell scenarios requires almost 13 kilograms per kilowatt-hour, while the pack scenario requires almost 16 kilograms. To transport the same 1 gigawatt-hour, the assembly pack configuration requires 4.5 times more containers than the loose cells. You are essentially using highly carbon-intensive materials, plywood and alloy steel from the Chinese grid, to ship a lot of empty space. Packaging production accounts for approximately 70% of the total emissions difference between the two scenarios. It is directly linked with the energy metrics from China that becomes measured in the coal burning. So it's a lot of green energy that it doesn't mean green energy. So what does this mean for the industry? First, the packing optimization is an independent cleaner production opportunity. Even if a company chooses to import assembled packs, shrinking that box will significantly reduce their carbon footprint. Second, this study isolates the import logistics. The natural next step is to assess the footprint of domestic pack assembly to complete the equation. Finally, it brings robust primary data to the Brazilian regulatory context. The MOVER program will be required the automotive sector to declare cradle-to-grave carbon footprint by 2027. So for the next year, we will have this obligatory and mandatory regulation here in Brazil. So this logistics piece of the puzzle is now quantified. And thank you so much for your attention. We'll be happy to answer questions, and then you can contact me via the email on the screen and the LinkedIn QR code that is on the screen. So thank you a lot for your time, and I am here to answer your questions.